Meet Kyle Falls, a young entrepreneur. He's an athlete and a financial literacy advocate who refused to let adversity define his ceiling. As the founder of KF Wealth Strategies, Kyle has transformed personal struggle into a movement, taking the stage as a national level competitor and a youth financial literacy speaker. He is dedicated to one mission: building financial freedom for the next generation. So proud of you.
Thank you, thank you.
While most of his peers are still figuring out adulting, Kyle is studying economics and accounting, building a business, and showing undeserved communities that wealth isn't reserved only for few. It is skill that can be taught, that can be learned, and passed on. So you have not just sharing a success story, Kyle, you're creating a blueprint. And welcome to Key to You.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited to come on this podcast. And thank you for that amazing intro. That was beautiful.
Absolutely. So, and last but not the least, Kyle was being featured in the CEO magazine last week.
Yeah, I was there cover of the month for March.
Oh, beautiful. Congratulations for
I
that.
appreciate that. Thank you.
So let's start with this. What made you, or what triggered you, or prompted you to take this journey of financial literacy? Why do you feel like money is important? And let's start with that. And I do want to know, why Detroit?
So I had kind of started out, I come from a single parent household. My mom worked in restaurants my entire life. And she always worked the night shift. So she would come home at midnight or 1 a.m. She would take it to school and then she would go to work. And most of the time it was just us at home, just me and my sister and my cat.
Yeah.
And I kind of seen like firsthand what it's like to not have, to not really have much or not to really know anything about finances. And what kind of inspired me was just the fact of like, I know I can do something about it and I want to.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to just sit there and just accept it. I wanted to change my trajectory and help those around me too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So why Detroit?
Detroit, honestly, and it's going to be crazy, but this is a rebuilding city. A lot of people here, especially the time that I've spent living here and interacting with people on the streets, you notice that these people have inspiration, they have ideas, and they have the work ethic, but they don't know how to fund it. They don't know how to get it legalized. They don't know anything about that portion of it at all.
Right.
And it's not necessarily their fault because no one's ever took the time to explain it to them. And I knew that if it was a rebuilding city and the people really are as passionate as I was told, and I noticed that when I came here instantly, that I think I could really make an impact here. And I want to make Detroit like a nice new city.
Beautiful. Your goal is such a powerful goal for all of us being a Michigander, and we all need to support you. We all need to support Kyle. All right. So what is the biggest myth people believe about credit scores?
The biggest myth people think about credit scores, easy. You need to have a lot of money or make a lot of money to have a super high credit score. When in fact, it's honestly the opposite. You don't really need a lot of money to have a super high credit score. When I first got into the credit game, I had $500 in my pocket, but I was sitting at a 720. At 18, young, because so there's a lot of steps you need to take in credit that a lot of people don't take. Utilization rates, credit mixes, lengths. There's a lot of different things that go into your credit score. And I'd spent years learning all through high school because my mom had always told me, learn credit and you're going to be okay. That was one goal like she always honed in, was to learn credit and you're going to be okay. And so my entire high school career, I was studying credit. YouTube, Google, I was reading books. I was listening to podcasts. I did everything you could think of to really understand and fully learn credit. And once I started getting good credit, people around me were like, hey, how you getting this? Because I used to walk home from school. Like, I never had a car. My mom's car, it was just one. We would share it. And then I bought a new car, and it was like, well, how would you do that? And I was like, truth be told, I have good credit. And my best friend had asked me about it. And it just went from there. It became a word of mouth thing. He told his cousins, his aunties. And I was like, wow, like this is really a powerful tool.
You started making a difference in people's lives. So do you think schools are failing when it comes to financial education?
You know, I honestly do. Because you see a lot in schools where like you'll have a financial class or a business class,
right,
but they only tell you stuff that is general knowledge.
right.
You're not really knowing anything important that you're really going to need. You know, they tell you to budget, save. They give you like the pie charts. They show you all the generic things that everybody's going to show you on YouTube. But the worst part of it all is people take that and they're like, oh, I know this. So then they don't think about it.
Yeah.
They go to college and do whatever they do, get their degree, and they get out of college. Time to move out, time to get a job, a car.
Right.
No, who has 25,000 saved up to get a new car? And that's the thing is, I think that's what's failing is because people don't know.
Yeah. And do you think even the smart people who are educated, I'm talking about me too in a way in that whole circle, we get educated, we have a degree, but we fail to understand the finance. We fail to understand the credit score. Do you see I see myself to be that, but do you see many of us are like that?
Yeah, and this is another reason why I think schools are failing is because you see all these amazingly smart, brilliant people every single day. But no matter how smart you are, unless it's been told to you or explained to you, you're never going to really fully grasp it.
Right.
Because no one takes the time to fully explain it to you.
Exactly.
And there's hundreds of smart people who I know who have bad credit, and it's not necessarily their fault. They're doing what they think is correct off the little knowledge that they truly know.
That's true. That is so true. So is being a debt-free always a smart goal? Or smart best goal?
Not necessarily. I think there is a thing such as good debt. I do think there's good debt, but what a lot of people find themselves in is getting into a lot of bad debt. As Klarna and these things where you could pay early get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
People don't realize that that's debt. You pay $25 a month for 4 months. People sometimes forget to pay it. That's a missed payment on your credit report. That's gonna be on there for 7 years.
Oh yeah.
7 years. One missed payment, one $25 missed payment on some shoes or whatever you wanted to buy is on your profile now for 7 years, hurting you.
And is that going to be a really significant impact to your credit score?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That could be a 100-point drop.
Oh wow.
If you have great credit and you miss one payment, you could easily drop over 100 points.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
And you got to rebuild it.
I know. And so let's say you do that, you missed it.
Yeah.
Your credit score really came down. How long does it take for it to come back up?
So it depends on how bad the payment is. It depends on what your usage rate is. And it depends on your payment plan. So like your strategy to minimizing this debt. A lot of people will be okay going into debt. And I don't think there's nothing wrong going into debt or taking a loan out on something. But we need to have a plan in shape for how to pay that back efficiently and effectively. Because you see all the time, you think, oh, okay, it's just one payment. I pay the minimum. The interest gets charged. Now you're looking at 18% interest rate on a $20 item. That's like, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And many people, I didn't think about this, but I do want to share my personal story. You go to these clothing stores, you buy their cards. I mean, they offer you, hey, if you want to sign up, you're going to get 30% off. You get tempted, and I did take that. Forgot about that because that's not my regular cards, right? Forgot about that.
You have to download a whole new app.
Exactly.
They don't tell you about the app once you get up there. No.
Only to realize it messed up my score. And my husband had to really watch me. Don't sign up. Don't sign up. So is that also kind of like feeds into this mispayment?
Yes.
Okay.
So what I know a lot of stores who offer that, the clerks behind you who are selling it to you, if they sell you enough, they get paid from that. So they don't really care what you do with it because all they care about is you signing, putting your social, giving them all your information, and they just got paid. So they won't tell you all the steps that you need to take. They won't tell you, one, they might not know it, but two, it's not really their job to tell you.
Exactly.
And most people don't really go above their job pay grade. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't. And so it's kind of one of those things where it's just a lack of information being shared.
That is true. That is true. So what actually impacts a credit score the most people ignore?
Most people ignore easily the utilization rate. Banks will tell you 30% or below and your scores can go up. I tell people 10%. 10%, it looks the best in your profile, and you could get 8, 9, 10 points a month just by being under 10%.
Yeah.
And the biggest myth is people think, oh, I'll max on my card, pay it back. They're going to love that. Your score's going to drop.
Okay.
If you pay it on time, if you're over 30%, your score's going to drop.
Okay. That is also not a good thing then.
No.
Oh, wow.
On personal credit, the more you spend, the worse it is for you.
That's a good point. The more you spend, the worse it is for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long does it realistically take to fix any kind of bad credit?
So if you go through credit cleaning companies, and I really don't recommend credit cleaning. I think there are some companies, there are people out there who can do it, who know how to do it, but there are a lot of scams out there. And people are charging thousands of dollars.
Wow.
And, it could take 30, 60, 90 days if everything's done correctly. But more times than not, it's taking 10 months. And these people who are going to them are giving the last 3,000 to them to hope that they can kind of get a reset.
Okay.
And 10 months later, maybe 1 or 2 things dropped off, but your score's still in the 4, 5, 600s low.
Wow.
And
it's not helping at all.
No.
So you got to be careful. Wow. So again, I don't want to repeat that same thing because I know it was a connected. So what's the difference between your personal credit and business credit?
So personal credit, that's you. That's going to forever be with you. No matter what you do, what you buy, that's forever going to be with you.
Yeah.
Your business credit, there's, and they don't tell you this in school, and most people don't even know about this, but there's ways you could construct it. Well, if you have an LLC, you can attach your business credit to the LLC, and let's say, God forbid, your company goes bankrupt, right? Worst case scenario, that debt that you owe will go away with the company because the company was the insurance, was the liability. If the company goes, it'll go with it.
And you don't have to really own that debt at that point in time.
As long as you do it correctly.
Oh, good point. So how can someone leverage credit to build wealth instead of just surviving?
I would say when we're leveraging credit, one, it's about, do you have a vision?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will go and apply for a bunch of cars, okay, get a high limit, but then there's no vision. So then they have this high limit and they don't know what to do with it. One, because it's a lot of money.
Yeah. People
who leveraging credit are usually taking out at least $10,000 credit lines, and they want to use it for something, invest in a business.
Yeah.
They want to invest in themselves. They have a goal behind them.
Yeah.
But more times than not, you'll see people take them out with an idea of a goal, and then it's like, oh well, let me buy this bag. Okay, let me just get this bag really quick. It's only 30% of the limit. It's fine.
Right.
But then that 30% slowly adds up because you slowly start swiping that card more and more and more.
Yeah.
And then by the time you finally ready to start your business, I just used up all that 10,000.
And they don't even know that it's happening to them. Wow. At what point should someone start thinking about business funding?
When they're ready to get serious.
Okay.
When they've been in business for some time and they have consistent income every month and they want to expand, whether that be expanding in marketing, getting a physical office, car rental companies, you need to buy cars, insurances, buildings, licensing fees, things of that nature. Whenever you're ready to hit that next step, I think that's the time to look into business funding.
See, is it, as you're talking through, is it important for anyone to have a financial advisor in their life?
I think, yeah.
Anybody.
Okay. But here's how I see it. Because when you say financial advisor, a lot of people think about big people in suits, ties. You're spending $1,000 a month on them to tell you how to spend your money, right? But I wouldn't even say that. I think you need 1, 2, or 3 trusted people behind you who you can really trust, who know you as a person.
Right.
It helps to have some financial background, know a thing or two. But I truly think the people around you can help you better than any business person could ever help you.
That's a beautiful point, what you just said. So what are the smartest ways to use credit cards that most people don't know? And I know you spoke about it a little bit, but I do want to talk about especially these kids who are just getting graduated. They have a parent's credit card, like shared credit card. But I seriously feel they have zero idea on what the credit card is and how to use it and when to swipe, when to hold back. For your generation, what would you say?
So the main point of the question was, how do I use a credit card the most effective way?
Right.
So for young people, it's called credit maxing. So you know how credit cards have rewards, right? So one might be 3% cash back on gas. Okay, well that tells you right there, I'm gonna only use this card on gas. Because if you think about it, you spend $100, you're getting $3 back in either cash back, points, whatever it has you, right?
Right.
And if you think about it, okay, you only spend $97 on $100 worth of gas. It's not a lot, but it adds up over time.
Right.
It adds up over time.
Right.
And that's why I tell people all the time is like, once you kind of get into the credit game, you could use a credit card for everything as long as you stay with under 10%.
Mm-hmm.
It's within your limit, and you could pay it back.
Okay. Wow. Let's say someone has 10 grand and have a, 10 grand debt.
Okay.
And have a 580 credit score.
Mm-hmm.
What would you suggest them?
So the first thing I tell all of my clients instantly is, let's pull your credit report. We can download the Experian app. You get a 7-day free trial. You can see all through your credit bureaus. You see any accounts you have open, any negative debt, everything that is either going for you or against you is going to be on that report. And that's the first step, is look at your report so you know what we're up against. The next step is now we're gonna manage that. You said we had 10 grand worth of debt.
Mm-hmm.
So what we first need to do is we need to make a payment plan. We need to figure out how we're gonna pay this debt back as quickly and as efficiently as possible with no hiccups. And we're slowly gonna chip away the debt. It's not gonna be a quick fix. It's not something we can turn around overnight.
Right.
But it's better to take those quick steps than to forget about it, and it just slowly eats away at points every single month.
Absolutely. So know what your debt is, know what your good and bad is, and then figure out a plan.
Because that's honestly a thing that everybody misses. Most people couldn't tell you what's on their credit report.
Right.
Don't know how many accounts they have open.
Callum, talking to you, I don't think I have ever seen personally myself do. It's my husband takes care of it, so I don't have to worry about it. But to your point, I think we all need to learn that. We all need to understand what that is. So what would be the strategy for a young professional who are just starting their business, let's say, starting your business, or they're coming out of, they just started to work. How do they need to, what is the strategy and the steps they need to be taking and considering to build their credit history?
So the first thing I tell people is, if you have access to an authorized user, become an authorized user, as long as they have good credit, because it'll help your credit history out right there. You're going to get 2, 3, 4, 5 years of credit history off the jump.
Okay.
Once you kind of get into deep credit world, we call that a trade line. We call that a primary trade line.
What is that?
So a trade line is basically an authorized user. It's like you add history to your report.
Okay.
Adding history to your report is what an authorized user does.
Okay.
But if they can't become an authorized user, that's okay, because I was never an authorized user. So I didn't have any of that, but if you have it, it's a great advantage to have. I'm never going to dock people for taking advantage of their situation, because that's perfect.
Yeah.
But get a secured card.
Okay.
All you need is $200 to $500.
Okay.
You give it to a bank of your choice, preferably your main bank.
Okay.
One that you've had a relationship with. You show money coming in and out. And they'll give you this card. Your limit is going to be however much you gave them. You're going to use it like a regular credit card for 6 months. After 6 months, they give you your money back, and you get upgraded to a new credit card.
That is cool. I don't think I knew that.
And it's great for kids, students. Like, I always recommend to people getting into the game, because you can't get denied for it, because it's your money you're playing with, and then you get it back.
Exactly. My son, listen to this. So I'm going to say that. So what about someone who just moved to the United States, right? And has no credit history? How would they start even thinking about building one?
And this is kind of what I built my entire mission on, is because a lot of people come to the United States from different countries where they might necessarily have credit. A lot of countries don't use credit.
Exactly.
That's not a thing in most countries. So they don't even know it exists here. And if they have heard about it, there's a lot of misconceptions that get spread around.
Exactly.
So even if they do know about it and want to get into it, they don't know how, don't know where to go, and it's just kind of lost. And they're at such a disadvantage because they don't know about simple things that should have been taught to them.
Exactly. And I'll tell you, even though some countries have a credit, they don't have a concept of maintaining the credit score that'll help you to buy a home, to whatever, car loans, whatever that is, right? So I don't think that education is given. So that's very important. So what is the biggest financial mistake you see immigrants or newcomers make?
I think a very popular one is cash. Holding a lot of cash. And I understand the appeal behind it, because I used to be big into holding cash. I would get money and just save. And that's amazing.
Yeah.
Great to save. But also, it's great when your money's working for you.
Yes.
It's amazing when your money's working for you. If you can get into stocks and you know someone who can get you into stocks, get into stocks. If you want to do trading, whatever your form of making extra money is passively, even a high yield savings account, do something where you're making money off the money that you have in there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to touch it and it'll work for you.
Right.
That's like the one mistake I think I see a lot of newcomers or immigrants make, is just holding cash.
I can tell myself 25 years ago was the same. So is the system designed to keep people in debt?
Truthfully, I think that's where we're heading. If you kind of look, everything's getting more and more expensive by the day, and I think it's designed. I think that's purposeful.
Yeah.
I do truly believe that the goal is if you can keep people in debt, you can control people. If you owe somebody money, okay, well now you owe them money. They're gonna come get it regardless, and now they started garnishing wages.
Right.
They can take it out your paycheck, take it out your taxes.
Right.
So they're gonna get their money back.
Of course.
They might even come for your house, your car, whatever you own. They're gonna get their money back.
Right.
And so I think, especially now that so many things have been popularized with like taking loans out just for little things, even Grubhub, you could take a loan out on Grubhub.
Yeah.
You could split $18 up into a 6-month payment. And that's the most insane thing to me. And now that's what really hit me, that like, wow, they want people to be in debt.
And are you also educating people when you are out there speaking about this financial literacy? Are you also insisting people to understand certain things so that they don't get into this?
That's the entire goal. Okay. That's the entire goal, is what we built on. I've always fallen in love with education. I never thought I was going to become a teacher. Truth be told, if you asked me as a kid, I would never.
How good are you right now? No, I'm just kidding.
I never would have said I would be a teacher ever. Yeah. But I've kind of fallen in love with like helping people, because I've always seen as a mission just bigger than myself.
That is so.
I've always helped my family, so like I've always put people ahead of me, and I feel like if I could go out and like make a true impact for people, then that's just beautiful.
What you said is so beautiful. It is important to know that your goal and your mission and vision is bigger than you, and beautifully said. So, are credit repair companies are scam?
I think it depends on the company you go to.
Okay.
But I will say a majority of them, more likely than not, are probably scams. More likely than not. There are some legit companies out there,
right?
But they're very hard to find and very expensive.
Totally. So can you really hack the credit system, or is that a misleading?
I think it's kind of misleading because I think it's if you know it or you don't know it.
Yeah.
There's no hack, but I think the hack is knowledge. That's the hack they don't tell you about. Is if you know about it, then you know how to leverage it, you know how to use it. You'll never get affected by it if you know what you're doing.
Right.
But the majority of the country doesn't know what they're doing. Exactly. And so that, in a way, is a hack almost, is that they don't know.
They don't know.
Like the system is hacking them. That's how I see it.
They're working on it blindly without understanding. So what's an unpopular opinion you have about money or wealth?
An unpopular opinion I have? This is going to sound crazy.
Go ahead.
Let me explain it before we start judging. I believe that in a way, financial security can buy happiness. Because and it's unpopular opinion, but I truly believe if you're comfortable, your bills are paid, you don't have to worry about that, and you have the luxury to spend time with your family, spend time with those around you who you truly care about. Yeah. I think that'll bring you happiness. Knowing that you're safe, you have the safety net and blanket, that'll allow you to go out and truly find what your happiness is.
That's right. And I know why you were hesitant too. Yes, money is important in life to bring you certain, benefits in your life. But chasing money is not the goal.
Never. Okay. Never. And I don't want to tell people to go chase money, but if you got it and you found something you're really passionate about and you have it, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know you don't. That's why I liked what you said, is because it's an unpopular, but it is important one to know that financially be independent to get there, right? It is key. So if someone listens to this, our conversation, and want to take an action today, what should they do first? And what does financial freedom mean to you personally?
Well, if they're kind of listening to this first, I don't want to self-plug or anything, but I think the best thing to do is reach out to me. I offer a lot of service, especially to people starting. I specialize in 18 to 25-year-olds who either don't have credit or have just started credit and want to learn more to make sure they're not getting scammed or misused or led in the wrong direction. Definitely. That's why I specialize at, because again, once you kind of deal with people who've had credit for a long time, they might need those credit cleaning services.
Absolutely.
And those, I just try to stay away from that completely.
Yeah.
And to answer your second question about, I'm sorry, what was your second question?
No, what does the financial freedom mean to you personally?
What does financial freedom mean to me? I think financial freedom means knowing everything that's going on with your finances.
Yeah.
Because I think we look at freedom and everybody instantly thinks, oh, yachts, mansions, vacations, right?
Yeah.
But I see it more in the short term goal of, do I know where my money's going?
Yes.
Do I know what I'm paying for? How many subscriptions I have?
Yeah.
Do I know where I put my money in investments and things of that nature?
Right.
I see that as true financial freedom, because if you know that,
Yeah.
there's nothing stopping you.
Wow.
You go chase whatever dream you want.
So how do people find you, Kyle? Because you have got such good knowledge and you work towards it authentically. I mean, were you 17 when you opened the
Yeah, I started doing this at 17.
17? Oh my
Is when I
goodness.
really
And
started
then
educating.
you have a strong background as to why you wanted to do that, and you have a deeper passion and deeper knowledge in out there to support the community and serve the community. So I really want as many people as they can to reach out to you and be benefiting from you.
Yeah.
And from the knowledge that you have gained. So how do they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at takeoffkyle. It's all lowercase. Or you could go to my website, kfwealthstrategies.com, all lowercase as well. And we offer everything. You could hit me in the DMs. You could text me on the chat on my website. I'm always active. I'm always going to respond. And I never say no to any questions. Even if you don't necessarily want what I offer, I love to just kind of help out and just give tips where I can.
That's beautiful. And I know he did to me as well. Like I did reach out to Kyle when people wanted to have this session. I reached out to him for a specific thing unconnected to our session, and he immediately gave me some time very next day. And we had a really good chat for 30 to 45 minutes. I would recommend to reach out to him because he knows what he's doing. And I'm so proud of you. And thank you for being in KTU.
Of course. I enjoyed my time here. This was amazing.
Thank you. And I do want to say, 3 things to take away. I do this normally. So, one, you all know how to reach out to Kyle. If not, we're going to let you know. When we have our full video posted, we will give you all the details on how to reach out to Kyle. And the second, be serious about your finance, as Kyle was talking about. Know where your money is going, right? It's important to know where your money is going. And the third, what I really resonated with me is to get an understanding of good debt, bad debt, whole history of where you stand today from your credit score, right? Start from that. And I'm going to do that today, guys. That's key to you.